Hi, this is Victoria Casey. I'm a writer for Creekview Realty, and today we're talking to some mortgage lenders, and one of them is here with me right now, and we're going to talk about pre-approval versus pre-qualified. Would you introduce yourself, sir?
Absolutely. My name is Warren Grant. I'm a mortgage banker at NOLA Lending.
Okay. And what's the difference between a pre-approval and a pre-qualified letter?
That's a great question. One of the critical things that has to happen when an offer is made on a home is the customer needs to submit a pre-approval letter. And a lot of lenders don't go that extra step to make sure that you're truly pre-approved. Some of them may just pull your credit, take what information you give them over the phone, and then give you a letter. But what we do is we actually collect your income documentation and asset documentation just to make sure that we're reviewing everything and there's not going to be any surprises, so that you're not under contract and then 2 weeks down the road we find out there's an issue. We want to know all that up front. So once we review everything and make sure everything's good, then we actually submit that letter out to you and the agent so that everybody knows at that point that you truly are pre-approved for the loan.
Well, that's wonderful, because you and I have talked in private about the fact that you guys obviously are great lenders. We've worked with you before. We happen to love NOLA Lending. But there are lenders out there that really aren't lenders, or they're just doing a pre-approval game where they're going to give you a letter and say, hey, you're pre-approved for this. They're charging exorbitant fees, and then they know that you're really not going to get the loan, and you guys take the extra step. So we really do appreciate that. But let me ask you, what do I look for if I'm a seller and a buyer comes to me? What's really important on that pre-approval letter that I need to know so that I know it's legitimate, besides being someone like yourself that's an upstanding lender that is well known, like NOLA? What do I need to look for on the letter to let me know that this is a genuine, really good offer, and I'm not going to get abandoned right at the last minute because they didn't actually have a really complete a lender that's doing their due diligence?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I love to see. I love to, number one, see that the pre-approval letter actually has a name of the person on it and their phone number, and I love to get a call from a listing agent verifying the information on that letter. That tells me that the agent's doing their due diligence and looking out for their customer as well. So I love it when I get a call from the listing agent just to verify the information on there and that I've reviewed everything.
That's awesome. So should it have an amount on there that they're approved for, any kind of timelines? What should I look for?
Yeah, the pre-approval letter is going to have some form of an expiration date on it, just because credit reports expire, documentation expires. So there will be an expiration date on it, typically 120 days. In addition, it'll say what that customer is pre-approved for as far as purchase price and how much they're putting down, because that's information that's critical to the seller.
Of course, and then of course you and I know that there are sometimes contingencies where there might be repairs required. There's different things that are going to go through the negotiation process. But if you're a seller, you want that pre-approval letter. Is there anything else you want to add before we go for the day?
No, just make sure that whoever lender you choose, hopefully NOLA is doing that due diligence and reviewing all your documentation up front. The worst thing that can happen is a surprise down the road when you're already under contract and have shelled out money for inspections and appraisals.
Right, that you didn't need to. Now, if I want to get a loan from you, how do I contact you?
Great question. My cell phone number is the best way to reach me, and that phone number is 214-444-3687.
Well, thank you so much. And again, you're a mortgage banker from NOLA Lending. This is Victoria Casey with Creekview Realty. You can reach us at 1-800-219-9444, or just go to creekviewrealty.com. We have a whole bunch of information on there for you to use. And thank you so much for your time, and we'll talk again.
All right, thanks.
All right, bye-bye.